Dis amper onmoontlik om oor die 90's te praat sonder om die naam Henry uit te noem. Daardie stem, die klank, die gevoel van roue eerlikheid wat iets vir 'n mens losgemaak het. Nou, hier by Weeksa Vibes gesels ons vanaand met die stem en die siel agter Henry uit. Karma and Julian, how are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Anytime. So I do have to say, first I want to say, Karma, welcome back to South Africa. I think it's been a quite a long time for you. How does it feel to be back in this very interesting place when it comes to weather these days?
Oh, I had a great day today. I went to the Rhino and Lion Park, so I've had a little bit of time with some animals, some great food. I've been out in nature all day. So the answer to being back in South Africa is like, it feels awesome.
Oh, that's good because it literally is that authentic South African feel. Julian, welcome to, home. I can't, nothing extra for you. How was your day though? Did you make a nice broodjie at least?
No, that's going to come later when I connect with Karma for a braai later after this interview.
Okay, you see, this is how it works. Okay, so I love how I predict the future. But also, we're not here just to talk about great things in terms of being back in the country. We're here to talk about greater things in terms of Henry VIII making music, a new song that is released, Ethel Jones. Well, before we get to that, I would just like to know from you guys. So, from the 90s all the way to 2025, the growth, the experiences, the storytelling. When it comes to the sound that you guys made as you were still developing Henry VIII up until this point where you're now reconnecting, Julian, I'm just going to ask you first, how do you feel like that has grown?
It's weird because I think it sounds, these two songs that we've done in the last couple of years, You Were My First Everything and now Ethel Jones, what I really loved about them is they sound like Henry VIII. Mm-hmm. It's like I didn't realize we had like a signature sound, but we do. And that became apparent, like listening to the songs as they were recorded and became their final realized versions of themselves. Sounds like Henry VIII, and that makes me very, very happy.
Karma, for you, I'm seeing you laughing and giving a little giggle.
Jules goes, I didn't even realize we had a signature sound. And I'm like, Julian, I think the signature sound is you and me singing together.
I think
that might be the sound, mate.
For 30 years, there needs to be signature to that sound.
Yeah, I think there's something really special when Jules and I sing together. Even for us, it's. I do shows and someone else is singing backing vocals or it's just me singing. I can hear Jules in my head. I miss him all the time. And I only arrived on Tuesday. Sorry, I'm still a bit jet lagged. I arrived on Tuesday and the idea was to help with my jet lag that we needed to stay awake. And Julian and I played guitars from like 8 o'clock until midnight, past midnight, just singing. And it was like the best feeling ever. So I don't know, I think Jules and I do this honestly because we like doing it.
Yes.
I think we're probably our biggest fans. Like we love actually connecting and sharing music together. So excited to do it again in front of an audience. Got a couple of shows coming up. It's exciting for us.
That makes me excited because it just somehow across continents, you guys do keep that chemistry alive. But how do you kind of maintain that musical conversation when, like you said, you're not always together?
Karma just sends me a song. It's just, what do you think of this? And then send her coming back and say, what do you think of that? And it says, that sounds good. And then that's how it is. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever experienced like a friend who's gone away and then you haven't seen them for a number of years. And then when you see them again, it's like no time passed. It's exactly like that.
Oh, we just get older.
Wiser.
That's what we're calling it these days.
Yes, no, I've been taught by many people, you don't say older, you say wiser. The only thing that gets older...
I'm alright with it. I've got that like age gracefully type thing. I just, Okay. Bodies get old, all stay young.
Exactly.
So I think in terms of maintaining it, I don't know. The musical connection that Julian and I found has always been a singular event in my life. I've never, met and played with a lot of musicians, really talented people, for years. And I don't know, there's just something, Julian and I just play music in a way that I've never heard anyone else play. Like, I've never had that experience with any other musicians, and I've had great experiences. So it's like, I've always said that I just thought that we were musical kindred spirits. I don't know how else to say it, because it's bigger than us. I don't think we even understand it. It's just a musical connection, and it's easy. Even if we're fighting, even if it's necessary, if we're arguing about a part or something like that, there's space for people to have an opinion. And I feel like the best sound always wins. Because in all honesty, we usually send the song to my sister, and then she has the final say.
I mean, smart. That's so cool. I kind of want to say, if I can put words to it, your connection is very much, to me, it feels very telepathic, because one chord and you both know where it's going. But throughout the years, do you feel like that intuition has grown stronger, or do you now actually challenge each other more creatively?
Well, I think I'm delivering stuff that's way better. So, that's the thing, is I think it sounds like Henry VIII because of our voices. I think I definitely hear the music that we've done. And the truth is, I couldn't write songs like Just Now if I even tried, because I was 19, and my life experience and my skill set was really different. And there's also a moment in time. And I think that my songwriting has certainly grown and evolved. I'm a better musician, as is Julian. But I think that, I think because of the way that I wrote these songs, so they were very conscious decisions. When I wrote You Were My First Everything, I remember I wrote it on a Saturday. I remember exactly where I was, and I contacted Julian immediately, and I've written the Henry VIII song. And I just knew that that's what the song was, as opposed to in my solo capacity. And Ethel Jones is a Henry VIII song because it's part of the Henry VIII storyline. Ethel Jones is actually my paternal grandmother, and she was a very big part of Henry VIII. Julian and I don't think we ever went to Cape Town on tour and we didn't take my gran to lunch. Wow. I'm probably going to have to fight back tears when I play at the Brass Bell, because one of my favorite shows I ever played at the Brass Bell is the only show that my grandmother ever saw me perform. I played to her, in her home and things like that, but it was the only show she ever came to. And I remember introducing her, saying to the audience, my grandmother's here, and they clapped for her so loud, and she stood up and she turned around and she gave this sort of very ladylike queen wave to the audience. And then she sat back down and the band started, and I'm singing the first song, and she reached up and she turned down her hearing aid.
She's royalty. She can do whatever she wanted to.
She was like, the music's too loud. She's just like, well, I knew that she was turning them down. She reached up and turned them both off. And I was like, well, there's that. But anyway, so the song is very special to me. It's a very personal song. I think working with Julian, and I also worked with Kevin Leisha, who was the original guitarist and helped Julian and I actually start Henry VIII. There were three of us. It was really special for the three of us to work on the song, and it was so natural. It really, it felt like we were just, I don't know, it didn't feel like time had passed. And I was a little jealous. They were in the studio in South Africa and I was a ways away, and I think they got to, be a bit more involved in the production, and I was a bit jealous. I kept asking them to send me videos and photos of the time that they were working together, but how guys are, they don't do that.
We did phone you. We did video calls.
You did phone.
I mean, thank you, Julian. That's very nice of you.
But it was also magical, because of the time difference. They would be in the studio, and then I'd wake up in the morning, and there would be their ideas would be like sent over to me, and I'd get to wake up in the morning and listen to like the different parts that they'd come up with, and then I could give my feedback. But you know, once we got going, it actually went very quickly. It all fell into place really quickly. It just seemed like the song just wrote itself and like came alive, and it's super exciting. I think it's one of the biggest productions we've ever done. It's loud, it's truly African. It has a genuine spirit in it of love. I think a song is the purest form of love and loss I've ever written.
I'm just so excited for everyone to hear it. I know as we're speaking, it's not released yet. It comes out the 28th of October. But when this plays out, then everybody will get to hear it. I will get to play it on my show. But Julian, I would love to ask you as well, when it comes to your creativity and your music making throughout the years, how did you personally also evolve with Henry VIII sound, but also with what you do now?
Well, I think as you get older, you become a lot more introspective and aware of like how you behave in the world and how you impact the world and how the world impacts on you. So you become, I think when you're younger, you're trying to prove yourself and you're trying to get affirmation. I think the older you get, you start becoming a bit more comfortable in your skin. So what I produce musically is a more accurate reflection of who I am. I'm not playing a persona. I'm not trying to be like the bands I listened to in my 20s. You know, you're trying which I think you're trying to like emulate that. Whereas now it's just a case of like this is who I am and this is what I sound like, and take it or leave it. So yeah, a lot of the pressure goes away. You're just like more comfortable with being yourself, and you express that in your music and you express it in your life. So I think and we
need that. Yes, 100%, because we kind of need that because I do feel like people are very lost at the moment in this very rushed world, and when we turn to art and when we turn to music, and that is that definite already, like you said, point of reference, or even just to say this is the story and we're not turning back for anything. It kind of gives us motivation to do that in our personal lives as well. I mean, like when everyone started out in life, well, I was born in the 90s and Henry VIII was born in the 90s, so I do feel like that's the best time to be alive or be born, who knows.
Well, it's a wonderful decade. Looking back at it now, I mean, like as you say, the world is different now, and I feel that the 90s was a lot more optimistic. People there was a great sense of hope, you know, especially in South Africa. We just had our first elections and whatnot, and people were trying to be the best versions of themselves. Whereas now, the world seems angrier, and it's more like going out for themselves. And what's really great about playing Henry VIII songs again, it's almost like takes you back to that time when you were a bit more hopeful and a lot more optimistic about life.
And that's kind of what I wanted to ask, because with your music, and it's very clear that you guys have always talked about how you feel. It was never trying to be sugar-coated or anything, and it was full of discovery. I think back and not just the 90s, but in the earlier years, the 2000s even, that is what is being tried to be captured. So when we throw forward to the 2020s, the 2025s, is there a specific thing that you are trying to capture now, or are you just going with this weird place we call world right now? Karma, I'll start with you.
No, I don't think, I mean, I have actually sat down and written songs that are like about current events, and I mean, I've got about 4 songs about current American president that I'm like, I just sit down, I'm angry. I mean, that's what music is to me. I don't really sit down and have an agenda about what I'm going to write. I just start playing, and then I just freestyle, I just sing, and then if something good happens, I go with it. And so I have been affected by politics, but I mean, I'm not a folk like political writer or anything like that. I think my music's always been an expression of like deeper feelings. And it's never really been my style. I don't know that I wouldn't do that. But I don't, it's hard to say because I don't write on purpose.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Songs find me. I'm quite lazy that way. When I want to write a song, it's like exactly what happened that Saturday. It's like I get a feeling, and the only way that I can work with the feeling is to pick up an instrument and play. And that's been, I don't know if that's a gift or a curse. What I do know is I agree with Julian. I think I'm not the biggest fan of how music plays out today. They're out there. Like, there are such beautiful singer-songwriters and people who are like masters of the craft of telling a story and getting a message across in songs. But you gotta look harder and deeper these days to find them.
Yeah.
They're not, I mean, we were considered mainstream. We were like indie, but we were, back in the 90s, we had a mainstream platform. You could find us. I think if we existed today, we'd be buried because we never had like a persona agenda. We weren't trying to be anything. We were just college kids, like playing music that we loved, which you could do in the 90s. Whereas today, I feel like you've got to be so much more. You've got to be like a TikTok expert, and you've got to have a look, and you've got to be an influencer and all of those things. So I don't know. I don't want to ditch on anyone who's making music today. Like, I don't knock anyone who's putting themselves out there and being creative. Like, do your thing, be great, be awesome. Because that's what we're doing. I don't think we've changed that much. I think our formula, if there is one, is just tell the truth, be the same, sing from your heart, be real. And that truth-telling is a great mechanism for relatability. I think that's, but I do want to say something. I just listened to everything you said, and like, how'd you get so wise?
Me, because I listened to Henry VIII.
Yeah, good one. And charming. Sold.
No, but it truly is. I sometimes feel like the definition of someone who feels like they were born in the wrong era, because if you talk to me, I talk about music that was made in the 80s and the 90s and lyricism from there, and just like literally, and I love how you said it, because that's exactly, like, I don't say it out loud, but I am a Gen Z. Like, it's crazy to say that, but sometimes I feel so distant from our own generation, because it's like you said, you have to be a full package. You have to dig deep to find meaning in music. So when I turn to not just music, but music from our own country and music from people that walk the streets that I have, it makes you feel like something in this very rushed, very busy world as a 27-year-old trying to figure out what she's going to do next. So I think that's where I kind of want to say thank you, and why I want to just point out that even though I was a baby when Henry VIII was mainstream, it doesn't matter, because somehow you find your way to me, and I'm very thankful for that.
She's going to make me cry.
Don't do that. I don't know what to do with people who cry.
I've got jet lag, and I'm way more sentimental these days. No, that I really appreciate that. Thank you, because it's, why do we do this? Jules and I, all these years later, it's we speak about, like, we had so much success. We're really grateful for that. I think we're musicians that really do have an awareness and a humility around what we've achieved, but probably the best thing we've ever done is connect with people, and getting that feedback right, was there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering in the songs that we put out there, and people saying to you, like, you made my day, or I was having a bad day and your album, or I was having a bad year and your album, like, affected me in a positive way and was there for me. It's, you're delivering these invisible hugs to people, and that is a privilege. That's an amazing thing that any person, if you really sit and think about that's a wonderful thing that you're able to give that gift. It's just a gift, and that's the reality of music these days, and I hope people are aware of it. If you're an independent artist like us, and you do everything yourself, we're paying for this, you know what I mean? It's like, and we're not doing it, and I think we lost hope of getting our money back years ago. we really are putting this music out there as a gift to connect with people. We love it. We heard it. I mean, I listened to Ethel Jones yesterday for the first time in South Africa. I had the track with me and I played it to a friend, and it was so much more exciting to listen to the song that was written about an African woman that I just think is absolutely awesome, standing in South Africa. It sounded so different to me. It was absolutely mind-blowing. And then to see a friend who I've got respect for, who's known me from the first time I wrote a song, to see her reaction to the song was overwhelming. I mean, I was quite blown away, because I know Joe wouldn't lie to me. And she was like, this is like the best thing I've heard. And that was like, wow, all these years later, you know, because it's not an ego thing, it's a connection thing, and it's just, it's cool to feel appreciated. I think that's so I hope people hear it, and I hope people find some magic in it for themselves. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, because that's life. But those who find it and you know, enjoy it, it's our gift. Have fun. It's got a great beat. Have a dance to it, jump around.
You really are a gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, hug your grandma if she's still around. Give her a big hug.
Yes, there's so much that you can interpret with this song, and like you said, you're so excited for South Africa to hear it. I'm also so excited for South Africans to hear you back on stage. I literally have a few more questions, and I can't believe then I have to let you go. Like, if only we can make this work next time that you are in studio with me. Then
where are you? You want to come to the braai? Everywhere.
Thanks.
It started off with just 3 people this morning, and then as the day progressed, I'm just thinking, so good.
It's a mini reunion. I actually go on air in like 40 minutes, but I will definitely somehow find my way through a bird. I will be if you see a pigeon, that is actually me just looking onto the braai. But also I want to just touch on your shows in South Africa, sharing a stage again. Julian, do you feel like you have your spot still on that stage, or is Karma just already going to like overpower and take I'm joking.
No, answer honestly, Jules. Answer honestly.
I must say, I can answer it by talking about last night. We rehearsed for the first time with the band, and it just felt natural, right? We were in the same positions that we normally do. I'm always to the right of Karma. Brendan's always to the left of Karma. It just felt like coming home. So I'm hoping that when we walk up on stage on Saturday, it'll be like coming home.
Oh, 100%. And Karma, you already said it's going to be special for you, specifically certain spots singing this song.
Like nobody knows how hard it is to go on a stage with Julian, and you stand up there and you start singing, and the audience is like, wow, that sounds so good. And you're like, okay, cool, this is going great. And then Julian comes in for his perfectly timed first backing vocal. And everything you thought you were doing that was great just went to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, I know, you know, people go like, oh, you're the lead singer and you're standing on stage and you know you get all the attention. I mean, that's what's happening. I got to remember more words than Julian. I have a harder job. I have to remember all the words. But my favorite moments, I would guess, is also the audience's favorite moments. It's those moments when Julian comes in and, you know, those two voices connect. So I can't say that there's like Henriette's me and Jules, and it's always been. So it's it's I don't know. I mean, I get to sing more words. That's not necessarily a good thing.
You know what? Take one for the team at the end of the day.
I gotta tell you, so I hadn't sung some of these songs in so many years, and then I agreed to do this tour, and I realized, oh no, I'm only singing Henriette songs, and so I had to go back and like learn a lot of songs from the catalogue I hadn't even thought about in years, and I had to learn. I check in with Julian, I go, how's your practice going? And he's like, I'm fine. And I'd be like, geez, I'm really battling. Am I that old? Because I remember all these. And then, you know, a week later, I'd call him, I go like, hey, so have you finished all the songs? And he's like, yeah, I'm good, I'm fine. And then it suddenly dawned on me. I was like, no, he only sings the choruses. There are a couple of lines down there. And I've had to learn all of these words.
Oopsie. Oops. So actually, Julian just has to try extra hard to make up for the extra work that you have to do.
Julian's like the star and the true diva of the band. He's like, I'll show up and just sing my lines and make magic with you, and you can learn the rest.
But what she said is right. You know, like it's the reference is karma. You know, like it's easy to memorize and remember parts and songs because when she sings, like, I'm connected to what she does. You know, so like we had a rehearsal with the backing band with Kevin and Brendan and Andy on Monday before Karma arrived. And we're going through the songs, but Karma's not there to, you know, she's not the compass isn't there.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like fumbling in the dark, trying to stumble our way from the beginning to the end of the song. And that's what made yesterday's rehearsal a lot easier because our compass had arrived. Our North Star had arrived.
You see, you can't be
and you're
without each
recording
other.
this, right?
Yes.
You're recording this because I would like to quote compass our North Star, and then every time he disagrees with me, I'm going to send that soundbite back to him.
Oh, you're more than welcome. This is going to be available on YouTube, so you can just send him the link every single time. But you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I'm so excited that you feel home within your music and that you are home and that home can see you on stage. I don't know how many references of home I can make still, but I'm going to try. I have one last question to ask, and maybe Karma, because Ethel was your grandmother, you'll have a more definite answer, but I'm still gonna give you an opportunity as well, Julian. So if Oma Ethel had to walk into a bar with hearing aids up this time in 2025, what drink would she order to kind of also embody this music that was written with her name on it?
My grandmother would order a cup of rooibos tea with lemon and honey.
At the bar. I love that. I love that. Julian, do you want to add spice to that, or do you agree? I love the cat that's next to you. This makes me extremely happy.
This is Pigeon. She loves me. She loves me.
Hello. You see, I was referencing a pigeon right now. You see.
I would say that if when I didn't know Karma, obviously I didn't know Karma's grandmother as well as she did, but I would say that if I had to order a drink to have with her grandmother, it would be a rock shandy, because I think that's a quintessentially South African drink, right? It's cool, refreshing, non-alcoholic, and, you know, when Karma talks about coming home and it being very, very African, I couldn't think of a more quintessentially perfect drink than a rock shandy to toast to that.
I don't think I've ever had a rock shandy.
Buy you one. Buy you one.
Yes, there you go. You
out of the
see.
If we're talking about South African drinks, like when I think about South African drinks, and this is like a youth thing, the thing I associate the most with South Africa being away is peach schnapps, and that's from my youth.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, if you want to play at being Gen X, you're gonna have to get alcohol poisoning from peach schnapps.
Okay, I've not done that.
That was that was like your 18th birthday rite of passage when I was young. Peach schnapps and Hunters. Jules, you remember those?
Yeah, I know, very well. It's
Well,
been a while.
Whoever's in charge of
No,
the...
nobody give me a peach schnapps. I will definitely, like, if anyone hears this and comes near me with the peach schnapps, I'm going to be like, no, you need the right message.
Okay.
I mentioned the alcohol poisoning experience.
Yes. No, we did. We'll make sure there's
But I
emphasis
haven't-
on that.
Yeah, I have obviously jet lag, so I probably won't have a sip of any South African. I did have a cream soda today. That was great. But I'll probably only get to have a beer or something on Sunday.
You know what? Make it count. It's still going to be really good as it goes down. All I'm saying is whoever's in charge of the refreshments at the bride today, just maybe give them the updated list of things that maybe you need as nostalgia. But other than that, thank you so much again for chatting with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to play Ethel Jones, like just getting the story behind it. I'm going to end it by saying Ethel Jones, she's an Oma, she's a muse, she's a person, she's magical, and she is on Groot FM 90.5. Whenever you find yourself in the Pretoria area, Karma, there will be a lot of non-peach schnapps refreshments for you in the kitchen. And Julian, you can just stop by because you're literally in the area. So make it special. Come say hi.
See what we can do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys, and enjoy the braai.
Ciao.
Bye.
Groot FM 90.5